Someone thought I was committing, so they called the cops.
Three cruisers.
Dude, like, yeah. Anyways, almost got arrested for this one. Okay, we're doing that video about how to optimize your phone. All right, I'm about to show you everything you need to fix your brain with using your phone. The fact that we are given these devices at a young age and not taught how to use them as a tool, but to figure out on our own is an absolute disgrace. Scrolling on social media has been the biggest battle that I've faced with myself. And all of these mechanisms that I'm about to show you have helped reduce my screen time by over 80% and allowed me to actually retake my life. So the first thing that I want to talk about, optimizing your screen time, the principle of a messy room is a messy life. I'm sure you guys have heard this growing up, where when your room is cluttered, you have old Mountain Dew cans in the corner and this and that, your brain isn't going to be able to think and make moves properly. So what do? You clean your room and you're able to think more clearly. Nowadays, you're looking at your phone more than you are ever looking around in the real world, which is a shame, but that's the world we live in. So what do you do with that information? You need to fix your phone. It's funny, like even changing your screensaver. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but it almost feels like you're painting your room because you look at it so much in your life. So this is how to fully optimize your phone. The first thing I want to talk about is utilizing widgets, okay? So for me, I like to pray 5 times a day. It's extremely important to me. I downloaded the Pray Watch app. Praying 5 times a day, it's a good reminder. It doesn't matter who you are. So I added the widget here. So every time I open my phone, I can see that this is what I need to do. And I always have the reminders to pray. The next thing is delete any of the junk social media apps. You never want to have social media apps that can distract you, like Instagram, X, Snapchat, right next to your work apps. So you'll see on my first page, Google Calendar, Telegram, Notes, my religious stuff, 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞, which I'll get into in a second, all the things that I want to be doing, and that by clicking into any of these apps, they're going to make me a better person. Because the whole idea with setting fixes up like this for yourself is that you're removing friction. We're monkeys. We have monkey brain at the end of the day. So you know that in the future, you're going to be in a weak wavelength where you're naturally going to want to scroll the second something gets hard in your life, or you have a home problem you need to solve, you have a business problem you need to move through. Your brain naturally resorts to, let me get my mind away from this problem, let me scroll. So by setting all these things up, you're literally just preparing for battle against your monkey brain self in the future so you don't get caught scrolling, okay? So the first thing that's really important, remove all those garbage apps from your home screen. The next important piece of advice is you need to get an app blocker. For me, I like using 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞. This isn't sponsored. I think that their app, they could do a little bit of a better job, but overall, it gets the job done. So whenever you feel like you're consuming too much social media or you need to block something out, you can start a timer and then you won't be able to open any of your social media apps. You're gonna have to go back into 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞, wait like 30 seconds, and then remove the break to then be able to go on those apps. The next thing you wanna do, this is similar to the 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞, is I have this thing called a brick. I have the widget on my phone, so when I click it, you can brick, and then you tap this on the little actual brick that's physical in your house, and it blocks out whatever social media apps you decided. So whenever I use my brick, it blocks out Instagram, X, YouTube, all the TikTok, all the social media consumption apps. And it's nice because my bedroom's upstairs in my house. So whenever I want to go up to sleep, and if I'm bringing my phone because I need like an alarm in the morning, I could hit my brick downstairs, go up, and that way when I wake up in the morning, I physically can't scroll. I'm not allowed to until I go downstairs and I tap my phone on the wall. And then on top of that, after I've hit my brick, I have the 𝐡𝐶𝐫𝐞 block on. So it's so much friction to get me to that point of scrolling. The next thing that I want to talk about is optimizing your notes in your phone. This is what my personal notes look like, is I have my brain dump. So literally anytime I think of a transition in a song, thought to mention in a video, to anything, I can brain dump it down here very quickly so I can never forget any of my good thoughts. And then I have like my content tasks. So these are all the different things that I could be doing to stay productive. I have my tasks. So this is where like, whenever I feel like I don't know what to do with my time, I can do one of these tasks to get myself back on track. Checking my to-do list, read, check my Discord. But just having this list is nice so that whenever I feel stuck, I can resort to this, pick something to do, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. I can get back to it. Other than that, I have in my settings, I have my do not disturb coming on at 10 p.m. every single night. So whatever time you want to be going to sleep, usually like an hour before, you want do not disturb to come on so that you're less susceptible to be checking your phone. Like I said, all the pieces of friction that you could possibly remove, that's what you want to be doing. And then look at, I have my screen time. So you'll see it's not that bad. This is connected to my computer, 20 hours today. And then look at, I have like this big one for my daily habits. So I can literally just like click that button right there and it checks it off for tomorrow. I don't even actually need to open the app. Hopefully you guys took something away. If you want to make it in this life, you want to be an entrepreneur, but you're not doing these things to optimize your phone, you're putting yourself at a great disadvantage. I cannot emphasize that to you enough. The next major thing, I did this 4 years ago, so I forget some of the things that seem more obvious, but you need to turn off notifications on every single social media app. You should never get a notification from Instagram, especially Snapchat, TikTok, or YouTube. There's no need to ever get notifications for that. You can check those apps like 2 to 3 times a day. Anything past that, and you're scrolling to hide from a problem that you have to confront, okay? So turn off those notifications. A super obvious thing is if you're still sending streaks to people, you're a bum and you need to get a hold on your life, okay? So stop sending streaks to people. I still know guys my age that are keeping streaks with girls from middle school. I'm like, what are you 5 years old keeping streaks? And then, yeah. The last couple tips I'd give is on your computer, add a Chrome extension called Newsfeed Eradicator. So it basically does the same thing as the social media blockers on your phone, but on your computer. So you can't look at Instagram, Twitter. You could actually post on the platforms, but you can't consume any content, which is really cool. That's about it. This information that I just shared with you right now, this is actually the first video that I have all of my students go through in my coaching program, because I train people how to become TikTok shop creators, where they have to stay disciplined every single day, posting videos for brands in order to get paid. And with that, fixing their phone is the first piece to get them disciplined enough to be able to post every day. So hopefully you took something away from this video. Drop a comment if you guys like these, raw, chill videos where I'm just dropping some straight advice I've learned from years of generating millions of dollars, getting billions of views. I have Birds trying to beef with me right now. He's about to square up. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching, bro. That's about it.